This is my Victorian Armchair Upholstery project. So far, I've stripped off all the old upholstery, repaired the frame and spent far too long polishing those brass casters, over a day just on those. I've traditionally rebuilt the arms and the inside back right up to the top cover, and in the last episode I replaced the seat webbing, added back the springs and fixed them down to the frame. Now it's finally time for the next layer on the seat. I'm placing a heavyweight hessian over the top of the seat springs. This hessian layer is important because it acts as a barrier protecting all the softer upholstery layers above from the metal springs below. The hessian is tacked firmly to the frame at the front, back and sides, and then it has to be hand stitched directly to the spring coils from above.
The springs have been stitched to the tarpaulin hessian. My bridle ties ready for my first stuffing are in place, so I'm going to pop in the ginger fibre to the seat now.
Just like on the inside arms and the inside back, the first stuffing for the seat is called ginger fibre. This fibre is made from coconut husk. I place small handfuls of the fibre under the bridle ties. Once the handfuls of fibre are in place, they need to be teased out and blended together. This evens out the stuffing, removes any hard clumps of husk, and makes sure the seat builds up into one smooth supported mass. If you skip this step, you'll feel every lump. Now for the fifth layer in the upholstery build-up. Yes, another layer of hessian. This time it's a lighter weight hessian placed over the first stuffing to contain the fibre. I position it loosely over the frame, front, back and sides. Before fixing it down with tacks, the long bayonet needle makes a return to create stuffing ties, stitching through the hessian down into the stuffing and into the tarpaulin hessian underneath. Now I can tack down the hessian around the perimeter of the seat base, which gets it ready for the hand-stitched solid front edge. This part of the chair takes the most pressure when you sit down, so stitching it firm not only gives the seat structure but also helps build the seat height. You've already seen me do a bit of hand stitching on the arms and the inside back, but that was nothing compared to the amount of stitching needed here on the seat's front edge. What you're seeing here is half a day's worth of stitching cropped into 20 seconds. I'm using a double-pointed bayonet needle to make my first line of stitches just above the tacks, and this stitch is called a blind stitch because the stitches are hidden inside the stuffing, pulling the fibres into the front edge to create the firmness. To build up the height, my next line of blind stitching will sit about 1 centimetre above the first line of stitching. I'm aiming for a seat height of 10 centimetres. After 6 rows of blind stitching, I ended up annoyingly 1 centimetre short, but there's no way I'm undoing all that work just for the sake of 1 centimetre. The final row of stitching is all about creating the rolled top. For this I switch to a curved needle and use, funnily enough, a top stitch. This stitch catches the stuffing underneath and pulls everything firm while shaping the top edge into a clean roll that defines the front of the seat.
This front edge is probably the most critical part that needs to be strong and have strength. This is the edge that's going to get the most wear and tear out of the whole chair. So that is now solid. Ready for the second stuffing. I haven't sat in it yet, so maybe I'll do a quick test. Yeah. Right, second stuffing.